This one's really not gonna make me a lot of friends, is it? Who's gonna get upset about somebody's opinion on the internet, though? Let's be fair. Who does that? Nobody, right? Right? Hey guys, this is One Man's Tracks. I'm Will, and we're doing a little segment I like to call Goodwill Dumping, where I go through some albums I've picked up recently at the thrift shop, and they don't quite do it for me, so I'm gonna ship them back from where they came from. There are highlights I'd like to mention. I've linked all these albums with the singles that I talked about down in the comments in the description of this video. Comments are nice if you have an album by these that I really should check out. These artists have great discographies that sold millions of records. I'm sure they've got some more songs that I'd like. But let's start off the No Friends with the biggest selling album I've probably ever talked about. This is the 1984 Madonna's second album, Like a Virgin. 21 million copies! What? The first female artist from the States to sell over 5 million copies of an album with this, the album that placed her up on the throne as the queen of pop. But I feel like the singles really do outweigh the rest of the album here. Material Girl comes out incredibly self-aware, really intelligent banger that I think is worth revisiting. But beyond the title track, the classic baby pop number, and I guess the Rose Royce cover has a lovely broken-hearted kind of ballady song that is nice while it's on, but it kind of fades away. Dress You Up, a decent dance rocker, but really, this album isn't something I'm going to put on anytime soon. If I want the hits, I'll play them when I need them. I don't even have Into the Groove on this. It didn't come out till the reissue, and that's another one of my favorite songs, so without that, I really don't have much reason to justify holding on to this, and somebody's gonna pick it up and be like, hell yeah, I remember buying this back in the 80s, and just spin it a bunch of times and enjoy it more than me. See you later, Madonna. We're gonna talk about Sade now, and her second album, Promise. I know, another artist that you think, wow, how could you not enjoy all of her amazing songs, but I like the singles, and the rest of it washes over me in not a positive way, more of a uninterested, sleepy way, and I just start drifting off and not really paying much attention. Sade's voice never pushing it too far, and these songs kind of drag on a little bit, I find. Her smooth, jazzy delivery does do a good job in the first two tracks. Is it a crime? Really beautiful, bold, beautiful. I like it, but beyond the sweetest taboo, which is sure it's a catchy song, but was it memorable enough to chart for 6 months? I'm not 100%. Or the Hearts comes at you with a jazzy neo soul cut that's pretty pleasant. Punch Drunk is an instrumental jazz song that I like quite a bit, but I'm not going to give Sade a whole lot of credit for that one. I'll mention Never As Good As the First Time just because I talked about Like a Virgin, and they do finally allow the instrumentation a little bit more room on Tar Baby, but it's too late for me. I'm tired, I'm over it, and beyond the great horns that kind of accent and do that big punching up that normally the vocalist would be doing, I find the instrumental palette really bland and kind of dry, and so somebody's going to be stoked to find this, and that person is not going to be me. Let's jump to 1987 now with Heart's ninth album, I believe. This is Bad Animals. I like the Wilson girls' voice a lot. Really just solid rock singers. Who will you run to when it all falls down? Just catchy, kind of fairly basic rock songs. They kind of get pretty generic after a bunch of repetition, but some of them just have these two fun choruses you can't help but sing along with, like the explosive one on Alone. There's the Girl is an alright number, but I really don't like I Want You So Bad and Wait for an Answer, and I hate having to skip tracks on an album if I really don't like them just to get to the ones I do. I want to put it on, forget about it for like 45 minutes, and just have a lovely time. Title track, Bad Animals. pretty dynamic in terms of the rest of the track list. There's some things going on there that I like quite a bit. And Strange as the Heart's an okay little softer ballad. Easy Target, though, is just too fun, and I find it popping into my head here and there, and so I will give the Wilson Girls quite a bit of credit for this, but there's some songs I just really not a fan of, and maybe I'll try out some of their 70s cuts. Let me know what you prefer in their catalog. They've got, I think, 45 years of music behind them, so there's a lot to pull from for me there. Last album we're going to be talking about, 1998 now. This is Cher's Believe, and it's really just a good Euro dance inspired, kind of disco flavored pop album that is a little bit one note. You've got that incredible opener, the title track, Believe. The whole album is actually dedicated to her recently deceased husband, Sonny Bono, at the time, and that gives these songs quite a bit more weight, but thematically this album kind of hits that same note over and over again, and when it does kind of switch up the themes, I feel like the instrumental loses its dynamicism. So unfortunately, Cher's 22nd album isn't really doing it for me beyond that just, do you believe in life after love, after love, after love? Taking Back My Heart's a good song. All or Nothing, I think. It's hard for me to pick out the songs because they just kind of reverberate through that first track and they kind of blend together, and I don't know. Impressive from Cher. Just her entire career just blows me away, really. Her first release and her most recent release are 63 years apart, and I don't even know if I'm going to live 63 years, let alone sing well or make videos or do whatever I want for that amount of time. And so props where props is due. Cher is an absolute legend, and I'm sure she's got another album in her discography that is more up my alley, and so if you could recommend me one down in the comments, I would appreciate that a whole lot, as well as just recommendations from any other albums or tracks that you think I would really jam out to and enjoy off of any of these albums from any of these artists. Not off of these albums, I've just talked about these albums, just tell me about other ones and other songs that I might like. Thank you so much. These women are all incredibly talented. I'll give them that, but they're just not for me, so I'll see you guys another time after you've liked the video and subscribed for more secondhand CD madness. There's a playlist over here of a bunch of albums, some more Goodwill dumping over here. Take a lot of care, be safe out there, and I'll see you around. Bye-bye.